What if I told you there are places on Earth so dangerous no one should dare go there? Places where nature's fury is etched into the landscape and danger lurks around every corner. Today, we're diving into the most hazardous and deadliest places on the planet. Places where just breathing could be your last mistake. From fiery depths to radioactive wastelands, we'll journey across continents to uncover the terrifying secrets of these forbidden zones. First up, we have the infamous Bermuda Triangle. Spanning between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, this stretch of ocean has been the site of countless mysterious disappearances of ships and planes. For centuries, sailors have whispered tales of this maritime graveyard, where vessels vanish without a trace. What's happening there? Is it an alien base, a portal to another dimension, or something even more terrifying? The mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle have captivated imaginations and fueled countless conspiracy theories. Over 1,000 ships and planes have vanished without a trace. The strangest part? There's no evidence of what happened to them. Some theories suggest magnetic anomalies or strong underwater currents that could literally swallow anything in its path. Others point to sudden rogue waves, towering walls of water that can appear out of nowhere and smash even the sturdiest ships to pieces. But the Bermuda Triangle is just the beginning of our journey into the world's deadliest destinations. Next, let's talk about Chernobyl, Ukraine. On April 26, 1986, a nuclear disaster at the Chernobyl power plant released massive amounts of radiation into the atmosphere, forever scarring the landscape. The nearby city of Pripyat, once home to over 49,000 people, was evacuated in haste, becoming a ghost town frozen in time. The Chernobyl exclusion zone, a sprawling area of 1,000 square miles, stands as a testament to the disaster. Even though decades have passed, radiation levels in Chernobyl are still dangerously high. Some parts of the exclusion zone are so toxic that spending just a few hours there could leave you with permanent damage. Imagine walking through an entire city, frozen in time, completely deserted except for the eerie feeling of something gone horribly wrong. Schools with desks still filled with children's belongings, amusement parks with rusted Ferris wheels standing silent, hospitals with beds still made, all left untouched since that fateful day. Tourists flock to the exclusion zone, eager to catch a glimpse of the abandoned city and snap selfies in front of the infamous reactor. The haunting beauty of this place draws people from all over the world, each seeking to understand the magnitude of the disaster and its lasting impact. Next, let's take a look at a place where the heat is literally unbearable, where the sun beats down with unrelenting fury. Welcome to Death Valley, one of the hottest places on Earth. Located in California, USA, this desert region has recorded some of the highest temperatures ever, reaching over 134 degrees Fahrenheit. But the heat isn't the only danger lurking in this unforgiving landscape. Death Valley is also prone to sudden flash floods, venomous wildlife, and unforgiving terrain that can trap even the most experienced hikers. Thousands of years of intense heat have turned this place into a natural furnace, where water evaporates faster than it can even collect, leaving a dry, lifeless landscape. The ground cracks under the relentless sun, and the air shimmers with heat, creating mirages that tantalize and deceive. Creatures like the desert tortoise, kangaroo rat, and sidewinder rattlesnake have adapted to survive in this extreme environment. I'm sorry, but I think I'll pass on the Death Valley vacation package. Lounging under a beach umbrella sounds much more appealing than baking in the desert heat. Now let's talk about a place where there are actual killers lurking in the shadows, a place where the water itself is deadly. Chapter 4, Lake Natron, Tanzania. Located in northern Tanzania, Lake Natron looks like something out of a horror movie. Its eerie, otherworldly landscape is both fascinating and terrifying, drawing curious adventurers and scientists alike. The lake's surface often appears blood red due to the presence of salt-loving microorganisms and algae, adding to its macabre allure. This highly alkaline lake has a pH as high as 12, making it so caustic that it can burn human skin and strip the paint off a car. The water's alkalinity is primarily due to the sodium carbonate and other minerals that flow into the lake from the surrounding hills. This extreme environment is inhospitable to most forms of life, yet it holds a strange, deadly beauty. But here's the truly terrifying part. It preserves anything that touches its waters, turning them into stone-cold statues. The lake's high mineral content causes the animals to calcify, creating eerie, lifelike sculptures that seem frozen in time. These petrified creatures serve as a grim reminder of the lake's lethal nature. Imagine a lake so deadly that it can turn animals into stone. The sight of these calcified animals is both haunting and mesmerizing, a stark testament to the lake's unforgiving environment. It's as if the lake itself is a sculptor, crafting macabre art from the remains of the unfortunate creatures that venture too close. When animals get too close, the lake turns them into statues. Birds, bats, and even larger animals like flamingos are not spared from this fate. The lake's waters act quickly, encasing the animals in a hard, chalky shell that preserves their final moments in a ghostly tableau. The high alkaline water causes their bodies to harden, creating a bizarre graveyard of calcified creatures. This natural mummification process is unique to Lake Natron, making it a subject of great interest for scientists studying extremophiles and the limits of life on Earth. Birds, bats, even flamingos, all frozen in time, their bodies preserved in a macabre display. These calcified remains are scattered along the lake's shores, creating a surreal and haunting landscape that seems almost otherworldly. It's a stark contrast to the vibrant life that thrives just a few miles away. The deadly chemicals and extreme pH make it virtually impossible for anything to survive there. The lake's inhospitable conditions are a result of its unique geological and chemical makeup, which has fascinated researchers for decades. Despite its deadly nature, Lake Natron plays a crucial role in the local ecosystem. The water is so salty that it can crystallize on contact, forming a crusty layer on the surface. This high salinity is another factor that contributes to the lake's extreme environment. The salt crust can be seen shimmering in the sunlight, adding to the lake's eerie beauty. But even in this harsh environment, life finds a way. Certain microorganisms have adapted to thrive in the lake's extreme conditions, and they play a vital role in the lake's ecosystem. These hardy organisms are a testament to the resilience of life, even in the most unlikely places. Flamingos, strangely enough, thrive in the shallows of Lake Natron. These birds have adapted to the lake's harsh conditions, feeding on the algae that give the lake its red hue. Their presence adds a splash of color to the otherwise desolate landscape. They build their nests on the salty islands that dot the lake's surface, their pink feathers a stark contrast to the desolate landscape. These islands provide a safe haven for the flamingos, protecting their eggs from predators and the harsh conditions of the lake. Would you dare dip your toes in? I'm thinking not. The lake's deadly reputation and eerie beauty make it a place of both fascination and fear. It's a reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature. Next, let's journey to a place where the earth itself burns with an infernal fury. Our next destination is a land of fire and brimstone, where the ground is alive with geothermal activity, and the air is thick with the smell of sulfur. Chapter 5. The Gates of Hell, Turkmenistan. Known as the Gates of Hell, this fiery crater in Turkmenistan has been burning for over 50 years, a testament to human error and the unforgiving nature of the earth. The story behind this inferno is as fascinating as it is cautionary. In 1971, Soviet geologists accidentally created the crater while drilling for natural gas. They were conducting exploratory drilling in the Karakum Desert when they hit a gas pocket. The ground beneath the rig collapsed, leaving a gaping hole filled with dangerous gases. To prevent the spread of methane gas, they set the area on fire, thinking it would burn out in a few weeks, but it didn't. The fire has been burning ever since, fueled by the seemingly endless supply of natural gas beneath the surface. It's still burning to this day, a fiery maw that seems to consume the very sky. The sight is both mesmerizing and terrifying, a constant reminder of the power of nature and the unintended consequences of human actions. The Darvaza gas crater, as it's officially known, is a sight to behold. Measuring about 70 meters in diameter and 20 meters deep, it's a massive, blazing pit that can be seen from miles away. A giant flaming pit in the middle of the Karakum Desert, spewing flames and smoke into the sky. The crater's glow can be seen for miles around, especially at night, when it lights up the desert like a beacon. The extreme temperatures and toxic fumes make it impossible to get anywhere near this inferno. The heat is so intense that it can be felt from a considerable distance, and the air is thick with the smell of burning sulfur. The heat radiating from the crater is intense, and the air is thick with the smell of sulfur. The combination of heat and toxic gases creates a hostile environment that is dangerous for humans and animals alike. The Gates of Hell is one of the most dangerous places to visit, and yet it still attracts thrill seekers from all over the world. Adventurers and tourists come to witness this natural phenomenon, despite the risks involved. But the Gates of Hell is more than just a tourist attraction. It serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the forces of nature. The crater is a living example of how our actions can have long-lasting and unforeseen consequences. Finally, let's talk about a place so hostile that even scientists are afraid to go near it. A place where the Earth itself seems to be melting. The Darvaza gas crater is a powerful symbol of the unpredictable and often dangerous nature of our planet. Chapter 6. The Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is one of the most extreme environments on Earth, a place where the very air you breathe can kill you. With temperatures regularly exceeding 122 degrees Fahrenheit, this area has some of the hottest temperatures recorded on the planet. But it's not just the heat that makes it dangerous. It's the volcanic activity, toxic gases, and unpredictable terrain that can swallow you whole. Imagine a place where the Earth is literally bubbling, where volcanoes spew molten lava, and geysers erupt with scalding water, where the air is thick with toxic fumes, and the ground is littered with salt crystals that sparkle like diamonds. Even scientists wear special equipment to survive in the Danakil Depression. The region is so harsh that it's sometimes referred to as the gateway to hell. And yet, even in this desolate landscape, life finds a way. The Danakil Depression is home to some of the most extreme life forms on Earth, creatures that have adapted to survive in conditions that would kill most other organisms. A place where the Earth's raw power is on full display, a reminder of the forces that shaped our planet. These are just a few of the most dangerous places on Earth, but there are many more. From radioactive wastelands to scorching deserts, our planet is full of places that can kill you in an instant. Which place freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you dare, hit that thumbs up to prove you're brave enough to face the facts. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious.